Hello everyone. Today I'm talking about skill, and I've given this seminar to about 5 schools in my area. I'll be giving excerpts like lessons from the seminar. Okay, first of all, I would initiate a principle which I learned from my spiritual mother called the 10 fingers principle. Now, the 10 finger, we all are created with the 10 fingers, ideally, because I appreciate the fact that there are people who don't have their 10 fingers complete, but it's a concept that God has given us 10 fingers, meaning that each of us could learn and master 10 skills. You can be competent in 10 skills and even more. So now that is a foundation that I've laid. Let's go right into the skills seminar. Number one, you have to kill mediocre spirit. It actually covers all endeavors apart from the aspect of skill. You don't settle for less. You are not the mate of others. Maybe everybody is doing that, so I'm just there. You have to improve on what you have. You have to grow. You don't have to settle for the less. So let mediocre spirit die from your life. Okay, so number two, be responsible. Let the learning and development of yourself be your personal responsibility. You don't share it with anybody. It's actually your responsibility to be responsible. As a young person, as an old person, as whoever you are, you have to take responsibility for the actions, for the decisions, for the inactions that you make. So very important, be responsible. Number three, you have to seize every opportunity to learn. For me, I see it as it is sent from God. The things I've learned, the skills I've acquired today, they were not more like programmed. Okay, I know I'm going to. There was a desire to learn, which was now met with an opportunity to learn. So when they meet, you avail yourself to it. So you have to seize every opportunity to learn, every credible and good and correct opportunity to learn. Now, number four, you have to release your hands to work. You have to. Skill requires practice, requires dedication, requires hard work. You have to practice to learn. So you learn by learning. You learn by giving yourself over to work. Don't be afraid of work. For instance, I'm learning to sew. The first day I had to lose how many times? I think it was over 7 times, and my instructor would still tell me that it's not okay. At some point I wanted to get angry and end the lesson, but I had to talk to myself and say, you are here for a purpose, number one, and it's limited by time, so you have to get the much you can and learn how to follow her, learn how to work with her. Okay, so that is the releasing your hands to work. You release your hand, your mind, your heart to learn. Okay, very important. You have to really work for you to say that you have a skill. It's not just about head knowledge. It's much more than head knowledge. You can know it. You are taught. I know someone who said that she has a certificate in catering, but she does not know how to fry buns. Very pathetic. So you have to know by practicing. It requires hard work. Okay, so we proceed. Lesson 5. You have to be creative. For me, when you are being taught, it doesn't mean that you always have to follow that way. You've just seen one way it can be done. you can develop your way. You can make something and much more than what you have been taught. God has given all of us a creative mind. You think beyond what you have been taught. You see beyond where you are. So you can see a beautiful, apparel out of a seemingly unpleasant material. So it is about your mind. You have to be creative. You have to put your creative mind into work. Okay. Now the sixth one, understand that you're not too old and you're not too young. This means a lot. If you are too young, you are not responsible. You feel like, well, someone can, help me with the money, or there are people who can do it. There are, things, excuses. It will give you room to, be dormant, be stagnant, not moving forward. You have to understand that there is no better time to do anything than now. That's the truth. I'm tired, I'm weak. Sincerely, we know you are. But the issue there's no good time. You think you are busy now, wait till tomorrow. You can't be busier than you are now. Sorry, you can't be less busier than you are now. So in future you'll be busier if you're actually going for something meaningful in life, except you want to be a loafer. You have to, if you have a future, there's no way you can be less busy in future than you are now. So that means you have to take you have to take charge of every minute, every second, and make the most of it. So you are not too old, your time has not passed. You have to do something now. It's the same thing whether you feel you're too young, whether you feel that you're too old. You can learn. I saw one time on network news a 60-year-old man that graduated from primary school. If he actually felt or thought that he was too old, he wouldn't attempt that feat. So you have to make the most of every opportunity. That leads me to the last and very important lesson. You need humility to learn. That is the truth. The person teaching you may be younger than you. Maybe you may be actually of higher IQ than the person. The person may actually be lower than you in academic qualification. A lot of things. The variables may be a lot. But you have to understand that the person has what you don't have. So for you to get what you don't have from him or her, you need to be humble. You humble yourself, learn, take the correction, even if you're angry, bottle it inside of you. When you go home, you can release it. When you come back, relax. Take the lesson. You won't learn forever. I mean that particular thing. Although we learn, you may not learn from a particular person all your life. You have to make sure that you submit yourself, learn, be humble, learn, so you can learn something. Because if you compete with your teacher, the person may not be willing to really raise you. You also have to be humble, even if you are teaching yourself, to be humble and be patient, because it's a matter of time. Time is a factor for almost everything in life, not even money. So you have to exercise patience, understand that you can make mistakes, pick up from there, continue like that, and you will always see that you are better than when you started. So as you proceed, now I want to say something with regards to Oholiab and Bezalel in the Bible. When God told Moses that I've given Oholiab and Bezalel wisdom to construct all the things I told you, the crafts, the cunning works, all of it for the tabernacle, I've given the wisdom to him. And I don't think that these two people have actually done something like that before. But there was wisdom released. What if they said, are you sure, Moses? Are you sure you don't need to go back and hear from God? Because we've not attempted this in our life. So Do you know I want us to start practicalizing with the temple of God, the tabernacle of the living God? They would have missed it. God has given you wisdom, understanding. You have to make use of it. You have to put it into work. Receive the word and do it. Just do it. Go out, put yourself to work, learn it. You will see the amazing things you can